crazy. We got to make sure we got everything right. Hey, Reggie, man, we good?
Yeah, we good.
Hand me those papers over there. Oh my God, do. Somebody please say it ain't so. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to Docs Daily, where you get highly classified documentations from me, your boy, Sean Blasey. But ain't nothing funny though. I know y'all heard the news about Michael Jackson being on Epstein Island with a whole bunch of other celebrities. I couldn't believe it when I seen it, but it's looking like they trying to dig him up and put him back in jail, because we seen his mugshots before. Epstein file released features, photos of Mick Jagger, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. What was they over there doing with them kids, man? Chris Tucker was over there, Kevin Spacey. What was it all about? These files and these documents are so secretive. We gotta get to the bottom of this, man. Because it's a possibility we all was admiring a murderer. And not only Michael Jackson, but murderers. According to this information, man, I don't want to believe none of this stuff. This is something out of a horror movie. Diana Ross butt naked with Bill Clinton and Michael Jackson allegedly. Oh man, let's just get straight into it. Y'all here? Y'all ready? Let's go. Come on.
Batch of the Jeffrey Epstein files, missing today's legally binding deadline for all of the documents. The release includes many previously released files, in addition to thousands of newly released photos and a lot of blank pages, too. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam live in the newsroom with many of those images. Tim.
Mark, so far there's been very little mentioned about President Trump in this latest release of the Epstein files. Now, the Justice Department failed to put out all the documents today. The agency says it needs more time to go through the files to protect the ongoing investigation. Now, tonight we are seeing new images of high-profile celebrities in the documents without any context.
A stockpile of new photos just released from the Epstein files, including these showing convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, each with high-profile figures, from late pop star Michael Jackson and billionaire Richard Branson to former President Bill Clinton lounging in a hot tub. In this photo, Clinton is pictured with someone whose face is redacted, but the images released by the Department of Justice lack context.
Oh, they over there with Versace sweaters on and shit. What that? You would have thought they was signing No Limit back in the day dressed like that. Was they moving dope? Did they have Cadillacs parked outside? What's going on? Smelling like that bourbon cologne. What was they need to get to the facts, man. What was going on Epstein Island? What's the secret? Matter of fact, Reg, open up the phone lines, man, because somebody need to call in and let me know right now what the fuck is going on. Oh, call in. I need somebody to call, because I knew Michael Jackson was weird, but when you put Epstein on top of that, that just make it 50 times more weird. I think the number 13, let's try that real quick, man. Hey, the phone number up. I pinned it to the top. We got to get this thing set up, man. Because I was raised up on Michael Jackson. I remember listening to the Off the Wall tape and the Thriller tape and all his shit, man. I was a fan of him. I didn't know that they was allegedly murdering motherfuckers over there. It was a real life Fortnite on Epstein Island. And if they was really busting heads, like they was in Call of Duty and mutilating and doing all this weird psychotic that they was allegedly that they need to ban all of his music from Apple or whatever the case is. Okay, we got some people in the building. Let me see what's going on real quick. Cold Soldier is in the building. What it do? Tammy Jackson, baby. Simply Alluring is here, y'all. Y'all got to get ready, because usually when she here, it be off the chain. Tammy Jackson, same thing with her. And K Cartier. So y'all show them some love, man. Sense to Us is here too with Yardie D. Okay. Yo, shout out to the chat. Sean Smith in the building too, man. I'm so glad y'all here. We got a lot of news we about to get into though. Cause they used Diddy to stop the fire with this Epstein trial. Now they got Beyonce all in it, got Jay-Z all in it. Diddy, he doing his time now, so they ain't got no choice but to get at the Epstein files. Unless they find another rapper or basketball player. Don't be surprised if a football player or a basketball player or another high profile celebrity get into a scandal early in 2023, because they might want to hold this Epstein thing a little longer. And it's looking like they trying to put it on Michael Jackson. That's what they really trying to do. Since they trying to find who's the worst out of everybody, and it's looking like they trying to put it on Mike. Okay, listen to this.
A spokesperson for Clinton criticized the release, writing, "They can release as many grainy 20-plus-year-old photos as they want, but this isn't about Bill Clinton. Never has, never will be. Everyone, especially MAGA, expects answers, not scapegoats." Friday's release also includes hundreds of thousands of documents, including the first known complaint in 1996, when a woman accused Epstein of participating in child pornography. That woman claiming Epstein stole photos she took of her younger sisters, aged 12 and 16.
Just to see it in writing and to know that they had this document this entire time, and how many people were harmed after that date, it just, we've been saying it over and over, but to see it in black and white that way has been very emotional.
Friday.
Hold on, wait. They got documentations on this? It been verified, certified that he indeed did these heinous things with younger people? You mean to tell me that the cat is out the bag and they're exposing Epstein for being an ultra freak with his celebrity friends? So if Michael Jackson was allegedly into little boys, did Epstein have a menu for them to look through? Whatever their bizarre fetishes are? Did he have BBWs on Epstein Island, man? Did he have something for the brothers that like the biggies? Did he have big sisters on Epstein Island? It's looking like he had a menu, a variety. Jada Pinkett was there. All the pretty boys in America just so happened to be there. Niggas looking like August Alsina. Jada Pinkett love a pretty man. Did he have that on the Epstein list? Did Michael Jackson order the boys? Is that why he went over there? Did they have it set up so he can live his dark, twisted fantasy? Was Kanye West over there? Did Kanye West go to Epstein? Is that where he met Kim Kardashian? Why had all them school buses on the island, man? Somebody got some explaining to do to me. This is sick. Y'all listening? Look at this.
It was supposed to be the day all files would finally be released under the Epstein Files Transparency Act, approved by Congress last month. The DOJ says it needs more time to review the trove of documents for sensitive materials, and there have been no orders to redact anything related to the president.
There's no effort to hold anything back because there's the name Donald J. Trump or anybody else's name, Bill Clinton's name, Reid Hoffman's name. There's no.
Oh, y'all nasty. How about that? Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about they nasty ass. They nasty with all that money and still disgusting. I figure you had to be decent to acquire wealth. Them people clean their house up real good for the slaughter. That's what they doing. They tidying up for a murder. Allegedly. And Michael Jackson went broke. He probably was in debt to Epstein. He probably had too much fun on Epstein Island. And when they took that money out his account, that shit went to negative $1.5 million. Then he tried to get back with the hip hop crowd, talking about he down with OPP. And when he got his paper back up, he allegedly went back to Epstein Island. Corey Holcombs tell a different account of why Beyonce was dead, man. And her bodyguard said she was on drugs. But I don't believe none of that stuff. But you never know when they got it in black and white. Look at this.
No effort to hold back or not hold back because of that.
Some Democrats in Congress are now threatening legal action if the DOJ doesn't release all the Epstein files.
This is absolutely breaking the law. I mean, they have not produced actually what they were required to do, which was all the files by today
Again, the DOJ says it needs more time to review all the files and make sure victim information is redacted and then release it to those documents over the next several weeks.
Wait.
It's still under investigation.
Still under investigation, y'all. This the part I need to understand. Maybe somebody can help me understand this. Epstein had a girlfriend. So that means she was in on all his freaky shit too? He found somebody he can be open with? When he broke it to her, she was willing to understand that he was a freak because he was sitting on $1 billion? Look here, I have a fetish. I have certain things that interest me. I'm not a regular person. And neither are all the other sluts, trust me. None of us are regular people. We need an atmosphere so we can breathe and be ourselves and don't have to worry about the law and be fucking degenerates. And she went along with it. Must be the money. When you talk about billions, she probably was out there recruiting and doing all different types of stuff for this man. And you figure all the people in the entertainment business, these the people they want to be in the company of. They feel like they ain't doing shit if they ain't around the top celebs and all that. They said that Diana Ross took advantage of Michael Jackson. They got their titties. What they doing back there with their breasts hanging out? What the Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton got done doing on the bus? They on the shuttle going to Epstein Island and they couldn't even keep their clothes on. They was just so happy to be there. God damn, was everybody freaking off? I don't know. That's what it looked like, man. It looked like every last one of them was freaking off. Hold on. Let's get this together. How do I skip? Okay, just slide it to the side. Huh? Okay, we got it. Mick Jagger was kicking it with Bill Clinton, no tie on, unprofessional like a motherfucker. Playing the saxophone all over that ass. Chris Tucker, old weird ass, was there. She ain't even have on no bra. What's up, man? What's going on? Where the kids, man? What's going on? Oh, man, we're gonna have a good time on Epstein Island. Can't tell you what happened, though. Oh, shit, man. I ain't never got to do another movie again. I got collateral on all their asses, man. I get a check every fucking week. Last week, I got a check $2 million. I was there. I seen everything. I didn't touch nobody, but I was there. I got collateral. They know to leave me alone. I don't want to do a movie. Tell Ice Cube I don't want to do another Friday. I'm good on money. I'm good. I don't need no more money, man. All I got to do is smoke my weed and keep my evidence. Do you know what I seen on Epstein Island? They can't fuck with me. He get pulled over by the police. He pull out that Epstein Island badge. Hey, motherfucker, do you know where I been? You don't want me to get to telling, man. You don't want me to tell it. You better call your supervisor, man. Tell me you got Chris Tucker, that nigga on the Epstein list. Shit, that's his get out of jail free card right there. Like we found 13 kilos, 14 baggies of marijuana, 16 cartridges of meth. I don't give a damn what you saying. I was on the Epstein list, man. You don't want me to tell it. You better call Bill Clinton or somebody. He made one phone call. He out that bitch. J Leaf Matcha. Oh, that's an ad. Look at this. It look like he in a pool of blood, y'all. What the hell? He know about getting a BJ. The whole world know he be getting some head, getting some head. Like, girl, you know what to do. Honey, how about you get a little closer? Yeah, that's right there. That's it. You know what to do. He don't even have to ask. He just look at you and look at it. Like, you know what to do. Yo, them some A-listers, some top-tier actors, they all on F's. What they planning? You look at the paper, that shit say murder, 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 murder. Allegedly, man. Now, I don't believe none of this stuff about Bill Clinton. Because when I was coming up, he was the first black president. And he played the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. So I don't really like when people be talking crazy about Clinton. And your great grandmother wouldn't like it neither, man. So y'all might want to back off of them Bill Clinton rumors. Because for the little bit of time he was in the White House, he was getting some head, getting some head. And that was gangster. Look at this. They all waiting for the real party to start. Like, this is kind of boring. I thought you said there was going to be little people, midgets or something. Where are the little people? Like, they're coming. They're waiting for the commoners to get full. They sitting around waiting for the regular people to get full. They eating their food slow like a motherfucker. Look, like it's about to crank. As soon as them people leave, that's when they close them damn windows, put the curtains and shit over everything, man. Them boys Versace'd up from head. Y'all see it? Don't even know how to spell Versace. They on Epstein Island looking like they're a part of the TRU clique. You would have thought that was C Murder, Master P, and Silk. As soon as you get too close to them, Bill Clinton be like, we ride it, body, Epstein Island, nigga, I can't believe they sitting there with them brand new Gucci shoes. And that's okay, cause I stay fly. I got everything in Epstein name. But that's okay, cause I stay fly. Them niggas looking like some big timers. Look, this man got the Jordan. You can't tell him he ain't black. This nigga think he Larry Bird or somebody like that. Like, come on, you rolling to what? You down with the team? Who you with, ma? They ask your ass one time, who you with? And depending on how you respond, you might not be able to get in the limo. Like, you see her ass, a sweet ass. Like, I definitely see that ass. Well, yeah, they all want to come back to the island. They out there big pimping, baby. I don't like the fact that he got on Oshkosh. That makes me uncomfortable. Why is he wearing Oshkosh bagosh? And he a billionaire? Them kids be like, wow, I didn't know they made it in your size. Like, step your game up, youngin'. Like, cool. He has Oshkosh jeans, mom. Stay away from that man. Mick Jagger look like he too old for the bullshit. Like, are we bucking or what? Like, if I don't see a booty, I'm leaving. If I don't see a fat butt, I'm gone. 7 o'clock is past my bedtime. Either it be a booty around here or I'm getting in it. I'm gone. Give a fuck if it's 15,000 miles away. I'll get a PJ. If there ain't no booty, he start getting loud at the table. Like, keep it down, Mick. Like, there needs to be some butts here. Like, oh, so how's your dinner, Bill? Yeah, I haven't seen a booty. Hey, calm down, Mick. Like, if it ain't a fat booty around here, I ain't got no business being in town. You promised me, ass. He get ignorant at the dinner table. God damn. He come out there. Ain't no telling what the chef was doing in the back. He come out there bare hands stirring up they noodles. Bill Clinton giving that shit back. Like, wash your hands, bud. Wash your hands. They over there looking like they shell shocked. They can't believe what's happening in the next room. They at Epstein Island taking notes for therapy. Like, when I get back to the States, I promise I will be a nun. Hopefully someone will invite me into their ministries when I get back to the U.S. You're gonna need it, girlfriend. He wondering how come they won't let him off of Epstein Island. been freaking off for 52 years. He said the plane ran out of gas, and I'm done freaking. I've been done freaking. I'm not able to freak anymore. Is there anybody coming to get me? Is there someone that can call me a car or Uber or something? I have money. I just want to go. I want to go. I'm not freaking. I haven't freaked off in 52 years. It be Diddy to talk him off the ledge every time. Like, where you gonna go? Ain't nothing but bills, drama, diapers. We shit on the floor over here. We like that nasty shit. You ain't got nowhere to go. Matter of fact, let me show you a good time, okay? Quincy. Shit, they look like they think about calling the police on Epstein. Like, you need to go to jail. You talking about jail? I didn't do anything. I never did anything. If I did anything, Bill Clinton did something. If Bill Clinton did something, fucking Michael Jackson did something. Michael Jackson did something. Mick Jagger did something. As far as I'm concerned, I ain't did shit. Like, you need to slow down, son. Slow down. This dude, he's sitting in the chair like, you don't know, you're fucking wet. Like, I'm rolling with Ep. If you're out, you're out. You know, we haven't seen you be able to get it up in a long time, buddy. That's why you're really upset. Yeah, we heard about the Viagra's not working. Now you want out. Okay, well, you know, shit. You had your fun. Epstein got that look on his face like, all of you dirty fuckers. Hold on. Get him a little sugar while they in Paris somewhere. Ain't no telling what. It looked like they might be a little Chinatown in Italy somewhere. Bonjour. Hey, bonjour. They say that shit so hard, your ears be popping. Okay, that was it with them pictures. Y'all still there? Let me see if y'all still tuning in to Docs Daily. Somebody said, have anyone called in? Nope. Still ain't getting no phone call. You know, we waiting. Hopefully somebody call, because there's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. Somebody said Popeye, what's her face? And olive oil. That's exactly who they look like. Popeye and motherfucking olive oil. At the ice cream truck. Ain't got no business around them kids. This is sickening, man. But Diana Ross, why it always got to be our own people with the booty out in the pictures? Everybody else fully dressed except for Diana Ross. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick. How my people feeling? Carlene always seeking knowledge is here. That's why she here. That's why she is here, because she is seeking knowledge. You in the right place. Somebody said, are you going to answer? The phone line's open. Only one way to find out. This ain't PetSmart. So we don't deal with pussycats. You know what I'm saying? It's only one way to find out. And if you're offended by that, then maybe you need to pick up the phone and call. James Reed is in the building and said, I'm going to call. They selling wolf tickets in the chat. If you had the balls, you would have been called. But I ain't trying to call nobody out. You know what I'm saying? Some things is obvious. And I don't mean no disrespect. I just want to thank y'all for being in the chat and kicking it with your boy, man. If you brave enough to call, then all glory to you and the Lord. Tammy Jackson in the building. Simply Alluring said that fool had on a hoodie with the taco meat out. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. She must be talking about somebody from the Full Force back in the day or whatever. Okay, here we go. Let's get into this news, man, because I'm confused about it, and maybe y'all know more about it than me. Listen at this, y'all.
And has finally released some of the highly anticipated Epstein files. More than 300,000 pages of documents related to the late convicted sex offender were made public today. They include photos, flight logs, grand jury testimony, and a lot of heavy redactions. Among the photos is this one of pop superstar Michael Jackson with Epstein, and this dinner photo showing Mick Jagger and former President Bill Clinton together. News Nation is digging through the documents. We'll give you the latest breaking news as we find it. But if you think this means it's now case closed, think again. The DOJ was under orders by law to release all the Epstein files by midnight tonight. And even though the
What?
DOJ released 300,000 files today, Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said there are at least a few 100,000 more that have.
What? How long do it take to make an arrest? What they documenting that got all them damn pages? What type of utensils they was using? They got all of the ingredients in every piece of food they ever ate when they was on Epstein Island. You pick up that paper, that shit look like a nutritional list. It got paprika, salt, vinegar, pepper, garlic powder, onion, salt, potatoes. Why the files gotta be that big? Unless it's a whole bunch of unincriminating shit. Again, Diddy climbing trees with Michael Jackson on the island and they eating apples and shit, throwing banana peels at these. Who knows? If it's incriminating, all you need to do is see the incriminating part and start making the rests. It's deeper than it. But you know the scary part about it is we don't know how deep this thing go. That's why you gotta be careful even speaking about this, because these are some rich and powerful people and they do not want this list to get out there. And they fighting it. They doing what they can do to conceal the list or whatever. Now, what if he invited them there to congregate and have a good time, but he was a freak on his own personal accord? You know what I'm saying? What if Epstein was closeted with the shit? What if he didn't indulge with his celebrity pals? Maybe that was bad for business or whatever the case. But hold on. Let me grab this real quick. Hello. Who this is, man?
Hey, peace, Blaze. How you doing? Listen,
No
Daddy
doubt.
D.
No doubt,
Just want
man.
to
We're
say,
so glad you called. What's on your mind?
I just got the notification and heard that you needed a call. This is weird about all this unredacted information, including Michael Jackson's name. Not saying that nobody wasn't thinking that in the first place, but it's like, man, your childhood is kind of like, stripped of a lot of things now because all of this information about these, important people in our life. They helped to shape our lives. Bill Clinton, if that was the first president that you voted for, if it was, say, what's her name? What's her name? Diana Ross. Maybe that might be one of your grandmother's favorite people or something. And then it's like, say for example, you could put anybody's name into the pot. It's all the same stew served up, served up. It's all
Yeah.
nasty. It's just all nasty. I don't know what else to say. I didn't want to really call because it's traumatizing to see how downhill things are going because we didn't go down the rabbit hole enough because we were kept from that information. The whole structure of a lot of people's world would go down if they arrested everybody on those lists that were unredacted. Everything would go down. From even a Shah of Iran or something, all the way to your local mayor, even your next door neighbor. It's deep rooted. It's crazy.
That's a fact. That's nothing but a fact. And out of all of the things people should be concerned about, how to end world hunger, cure diseases, and, do something about the financial situation, the rent, inflation, stuff that we could be tackling moving into 2026. They want to go in hard with this list. And, I'm thinking that whatever happened done already happened. They got all this proof and evidence that it was illegal, but they still not trying to make no moves. So therefore they would rather make entertainment instead of making moves. So it's just a distraction for people that need to be focused on something more important than something that happened 20, 30 years ago.
A diversion for us to be distracted and not, deal with the real issues at hand. And that's been going on all of people's lives since, civilization when it came to structures, when it come to government. They always wanted that. So, it's just the same old song. So I don't know what else to really say about that.
For
I
them to
don't know
be
what we could do
playing,
to fix it.
for them to be playing such a huge card, it must be some, in order, there's something going on behind that smoke screen. For them to create such a smoke screen, it must be something that they want to, distract people so much from something else to
Mhm.
where,
Mhm.
this great big proportion of billionaires was on this man's eye. They playing peekaboo with the shit.
Mhm. Mhm. The whole structure of everything would go down. Everything. And I've been saying this for like the last 25 years. And I'm not a older woman, but I'm not a young one either. I'm prime to me. So I've seen all of the stuff that I heard from my mother, my grandparents. What I'm living, and what the new now, what they dealing with, and it's the same. If they serving us the same dish. So what do we do now to dismantle it? Basically, they're trying to keep the whistleblowers quiet. People who are on podcasts and platforms who are speaking about this now say because their grandmother worked for government and they, got caught in for something, or they work for a freight forwarding, company, and they got trivia information because they travel and take freight or work on paperwork and to could check the manifest. So I mean, it get real deep. I think it's in all sectors of life actually. That's why they taking so long because it's gonna destroy a bunch of stuff.
They need to make strict laws for parents out there when it comes to
Hmm.
their kids.
I
They
don't
need to
have
figure
kids.
out. Well, they got to figure out how to. I hate to say it, but they may have to start policing the parents. They already do, but they probably got to step it up a notch because how do your child even end up in this predicament? I mean, are they runaways or adoption agencies? Like, what's going? They
Hmm.
got to hit it at the source because every child need to be accounted for.
Right. Like you was saying, say for example with CPS, there's a young woman that's on. I look at her on YouTube. Allie, I'll say, if you're familiar with her, I won't say the full name, but she's speaking on a lot of the trafficking in terms of that island and disclosing information. So, uh, it's out there. People are going to have to deal with it when it comes to jobs. You know, if you were a foster child or something, you may know what that means. I even at one time had helped to take in some children because I didn't want kids. It's not like I'm against motherhood or anything like that. I just was scared of this world. And I wasn't able to get all the understanding because I had a small circle. I'm like, I don't know if I want to deal with that. Not solo by myself, and I got to figure all this other stuff out. So I help people, with their children. But when you got to deal with the CPS and then people who are pedos and teachers who pedos, and it just get like nasty and ratchet. So I mean, it's all over. We all have to go to say like these committee meetings when you get a day off. Excuse me, I got sinus issues. When you get a day off and everything, just go maybe to one of the parent conference meetings or zoning for somewhere in your neighborhood, anything to just make a difference and be heard. There's a bunch of us that need to try to get out of that 9 to 5 once a week and do something for our place where we dwell, our neighborhood, our houses, our hood. Yeah, so that's the way I'm saying it.
Yeah, that's all wonderful. Michael Jackson with the boys. I'm like, damn. They say that he didn't want to grow up or he was still a child himself or he was robbed of his childhood, so he just related to children and all that. And that sounds sweet and that sounds innocent, but where was his bitches at?
Where was his bras? You said?
Yeah, where was his baddies? He could
Ah man,
babysit
he
all
had.
day as long as he got a chick with him. He ain't have a chick helping him with the kids.
Nah, man, don't look like it, does it? So I mean, it was always in our face, though. We know that these are very eccentric individuals that we end up buying their music. We're not paying for uh, a trip to the moon. Not paying for them to do, brain surgery. We paying to get entertained. And what better thing to entertain than somebody who's eccentrically, out there. They're not,
You
you know what
know what?
I'm saying?
Rest in peace to Michael Jackson. It's a possibility that they used him just to hide their own dirty little games that they had, because they always have a scapegoat when shit get freaky. Like
Hmm.
the Michael Jackson trial or whatever. I don't know if Clinton got caught getting some dome around that time, or it was something happening around that time to where the MJ situation took the attention off of something that was way more important.
It's fuzzy for me, but yeah, you're on the right track with that. That is exactly the timeline of how that works. So that's when we see where we're getting these stupid diversions to keep us off track from, say, Three Eye Atlas issues. you know, if anybody might be familiar. Things that are important for us to think of outside of us having to take care of the everyday rigmarole, 9 to 5, that they are involved in. They got us taken care of. We all going to work and, you know, going to shop and coming back home and trying to keep people from taking our packages and coming in our houses. We got a path to live. Those people, they giving us our path. We got to fall in line with them. So we know that they got a blueprint that's much larger than ours.
Yo, big bucks, man. Thanks so much for that membership, brother. Thank you so much for being a member as well, man. Yo, y'all show big bucks some love, y'all. Real talk. But yeah, man,
Yeah.
we waiting to see what this it sound like they got some mythical shit that involves a bunch of celebrities, and it's big news. But you never know if they're juicing. They could be trying to juice it. It could have just been Epstein with the foolishness, and he just so happened to have a bunch of celebrity friends, or whatever. It sounds like they're trying to. Even if they do get to the bottom of it, I doubt if they'll be able to prove that these celebrities participated in anything crazy.
And then on top of that, him being found in the cell where they're investigating, finding that it was nearly impossible for him to have done that. And second of all, they have seen new footage where I think it was like a doorway or something like that. You could see like a small entryway, and somebody was in orange, and you could see them is what this footage had showed inside of the cell that he was in. So there was access to get up in there, whether it be to do something to him or for him. So that's another thing to think of. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know neither. We just
I
gotta
don't
wait
know.
and see. But how invested? I mean, it might be something that we all may have to be invested into. We
Hmm.
might all be consuming this hard body for a large portion of 2026. Wouldn't that be a waste to
Oh
be
yeah.
they Michael gone and
Hmm.
Epstein gone, and they got this shit going on or whatever the case is, and it's like why they always got to do it in front of the public, something like that. You figure they'll get to the bottom of it and then
No,
address it to the public, like, hey, guess what we had to
no.
do, y'all.
It's too much money in the chaos. They don't want to do that.
They
It
want to
makes too
sell it.
much. Yes, exactly. Indeed, that's what the whole profit margin is. Our ignorance and our is their bliss. You know, it's crazy.
Well,
It's crazy.
I don't blame them. I blame people, the
Right.
consumers, the consumer. If you,
Nowadays, anyway,
yeah,
we got a lot more power now. Not like back in the say the 50s and 60s. Even 70s type thing. Now it's 2025. We have abilities now. And we should be able to know that and utilize it. And the ones that are speaking that know it, should be telling the other generations underneath, use this, use that. This is our utilization tool. To make a pinpoint. To make a pinpoint. I put it like that, a pinpoint. Make it precise.
yo, you did your thing, man. You called in, you let the people know what time it is, man. Yo, y'all show her some love out there, man. She called in and put it down on Docs Daily. Real talk,
What's
man.
up? What's up?
Yo, When I go live, you be calling, and I gotta let you know I appreciate the phone calls, man. The next time, do not be a stranger. You call whenever you feel like it. You heard?
You heard. Bless, bless,
No
peace.
doubt, no doubt. God bless. We're gonna holler at you later. No doubt. I love building with that queen, man. I love building and expounding and speaking that language and burning them incense. I'm all about it. I don't want to believe the list. I don't want to believe this stuff about this Epstein Island. You know, the public making it into something before the facts even come out. And I seen it happen with Diddy. They was talking about underground tunnels, parties, and all different types of weird shit. Diddy abusing his guests. I don't heard it all. I thought they was gonna expose Diddy as an alien by the time the trial started. I'm like, oh, this nigga E.T. They was born in Area 51 with all this he got going on. Come to find out, Diddy just an old man with a Tootsie Roll that can't please his lady, and he pay men to come to the telly with him and Cassie. And he rock out in the corner. That's what I learned through the whole trial. In that hallway elevator incident, when she took his clothes and he had to come out there butt naked. Damn, this hot tea is kicking my ass. It's too hot. That Stanley cup burning my fucking mouth. But that's Negro here, no there. We ain't talking about Diddy. We talking about this. But he on the list too. Diddy went over there too. And you figure black people don't want to be around no vampire shit or no creepy, gooey, ghouly type of shit. But they try and make it, I think they try and make it something that it really ain't. They just want to hype it. It can't be that bad. If Chris Tucker was there, like, what the hell going on, man? Hell no, I ain't about to be doing that, man. Oh, y'all need to get me on the plane, man, because I ain't with this shit. Chris Tucker, y'all, come on, man. You know Chris is sweet. He a sweet Christian man. Look at this. And I ain't capping for these people, but I'm trying to make it make sense. They got Tucker kicking it with the press. He over there on the island with his folks. They all in the pool. Hold on, they ain't got no drawers on. Wait a minute, where they drawers at? They in the water with no draw? What they doing? Oh, hell no. It looked like they was over there doing some business, maybe. But then again, that shit is shabby as fuck for them bosses to be over there. They ain't got no marble floors. The table look janky. You got strings and shit coming off the ceiling, fans and shit. What they at in the basement? What the fuck are they doing, man? That tea is kicking my ass. But that's Negro here nor there. We got to keep it moving, baby. This is a picture of him back in the day. Oh, hell no. This some old spooky ookie ookie. Oh, hell no. It's in black. What the fuck is this, man? He's like, what's up over here with that Illuminati, nigga? Yeah. Like, I got new friends, got new cars, new girls, new everything. You see me with the president. Michael Jackson, what's up, man? Let me find out he down for the freak shit. I don't believe it. But, you know, for the people out there that get stirred up and worried about this type of stuff, hey, grown people do what grown people do. Hey, man, I know that's heavy. It's heavy as fuck. But it's the truth, man. I don't like it. There's grown people that I don't like, that I don't want to be around. There's grown people that make me uncomfortable. You know, if you got that street element about you and you with the thuggy and all that, I ain't trying to really deal with you like that. Cause me dealing with you can get me into some shit. Because you all thuggy. Then you got people that be on some. I feel like your personal business, you need to keep that to yourself. Your sexuality and all that, that ain't nobody gotta know what you into, cause it's uncomfortable anyway. You be talking to a dude, he be like, I like a nice flat booty rump shaker. Yeah, little flat, see the bones protruding through the cheeks. Yeah, little flat, little tutor, break it all, but yeah. Hey, that's his own personal business, but that sound crazy coming from somebody you barely know. Imagine you trying to explain your sexual preference to a new person. They're going to be looking at you like, you nasty ass freak. They're going to bust out the hand sanitizer on you. But that's Negro here, not there. You know, if Beyonce was over there and Jay-Z was over there then, that mean that was the place to be. Beyonce not going nowhere dusty unless they was doing some dusty shit. She on the plane with some sweatpants on, with some Timberland boots, chewing on some beef jerky, looking like she up to no good. Look, I swear they don't want us talking about this stuff, but it's in the news. They said The Rock was over there wilding. It's like if you want to be somebody, then you got to be around people. Ooh, that tea burnt the. Ooh, it's boiling my mouth. Motherfucker, tea is boiling my mouth. I took the cap off the Stanley, and the steam came up like it's a crock pot in that motherfucker. God damn. Why I do my mouth like that, y'all? I gotta take a break. God damn. Ooh, Stanley kicking my ass, baby. I treat this cup like it's my butler. Like Stanley. If you need a butler, you want to have that butler experience, get you a Stanley cup. Like Stanley. It be right there, piping hot, baby. Oh, man. Hey, we waiting on another caller, y'all. What's up? Matter of fact, how long I been on here? Okay. Well, if we don't get a caller, we going to go ahead and roll out. But if we get a caller, we can kick it a little longer, because when I heard that Michael Jackson was on Epstein Island, I'm like, this ain't the first time I heard this shit. But they put it back out there like it was new. They ain't even put a flashback on the side. Flashback. And put a 1985 on the side of that. Flashback. Michael Jackson was at Epstein. They put it out like it's brand new. They ain't even give us the courtesy to let us know that it's old news. Hello, who this is, man? Yo. Oh, man, what's going on with y'all tonight, man? People calling in, phones ain't working, phones be broke. And still be on the phone sounding crazy. What's going on over there? You got cold feet? What's happening? Okay, they got cold feet, y'all. It is what it is, Thanks for trying, at least. You feel me? They got on the stage and just stood there with their eyes bucking out their head looking stupid. That's what just happened. Peeking in there. All you see is them eyeballs peeking out the shadow. Like, why you bring your silly ass up here, man? But that's Negro here, no day. Stanley. As long as I got my Stanley, I'm going to be good, baby. Okay, let's get back into this news. Y'all listening? All right, here we go. This shit going to be crazy. Look. Hold on. Wait. Okay, block that number, because they fucking up my show. Yeah, go ahead, block that number. Okay. All right, here we go. Y'all listening? All right, let's get it. Run it back. Come on. killing that Epstein beat. They act like he got a album coming out with this shit. I put that shit on mute. What the fuck? Put my music on it, yo. A president in a hot tub. A man in a log cabin with his girlfriend. A rock star and the president united with a girl sitting on the president's lap. Hold on, wait. Stop. Pause it all. Wait a minute. That's a tenderoni, man. What is he doing? I know that ain't Hillary. You know what? They gonna make all this shit go away. Because maybe, just maybe, the public is blowing it all out of proportion. You see these people in a picture with a donkey, y'all start thinking funny stuff about the donkey. You see Uncle Luke and Trick Daddy standing next to a donkey, you gonna be thinking all types of weird shit. Like, oh, hell no. Do they got shorts? Y'all gonna Photoshop some shorts on the donkey and try to make it something that it ain't. It's gonna be short videos talking about, look at that donkey booty. Ain't nothing but a donkey booty. And Trick Daddy gonna have to explain, shit, nigga, we in nature. There's donkeys, horses, and giraffes out here. Just because you see me in a picture with an alligator don't mean I'm getting head from the alligator, nigga. People will make something out of nothing, man. Trust me. I don't want to believe it. And I ain't got to. And you ain't got to believe me. Michael Jackson ain't never did nothing to nobody. He made good R&B music, and that's all we know. Personally. You don't know nothing personally about Michael Jackson, man. He made some bad mistakes, but who haven't? He was a man like everybody else. Y'all need to be worried about the man in the mirror and tell him to change his ways. If you want to make the world a better place, just look at yourself and make that change. Woo! Woo! Na 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 na. Oh no. You gotta make that change. Man, you can't tell. Look, that was some quality music. It was inspirational. It was gospel, man. Na 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 na. Oh no. You gotta make that change for the rest of your life. Who got the guts in 2025 to make a song like that? Megan Thee Stallion. Like you gotta twerk that ass for the rest of your life. And when you feel a little horny and your knees get weak, you better find a baller that can take care of all your needs. If you ever wanna go to the strip club on a broken road and I ain't got nowhere to go, that's why I want you to know. Megan Thee Stallion do the remix. Oh my God. Oh man. Yo, I hope y'all enjoying the show, man. What's going on with y'all, baby? Let's do it. Let's get to it. Do a couple of jumping jacks. Do a couple of push-ups. I'm on it all night, baby. So glad y'all listening. Simply alluring. Sammy in the building. Oh yeah. Hummingbird there too? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Somebody said, Blaze, you're a nut job. And the best YouTuber. That's supposed to be in caps. B-E-S-T. She put it in lowercase letters. That's a little disrespectful. But I appreciate the compliment. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm feeling myself. And you know what? That's something I learned about. Well, I'm learning. When you start feeling yourself, that's when you become awkward. Because you be doing too much and it ain't even necessary for all that. Soon as you start feeling yourself, you might do some old off the wall shit, some old foulness, some old wild off the wall shit to somebody, man. A lot of people, when they go through transformations, they wind up effing up with relationships with common people. When a person upgrade, they mismanage their relationships with the people they had before they came up. And that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you could make mistakes, but the goal is to try to be better, right? I mean, it is what it is. But that's Negro in there. Oh man, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about Michael Jackson with the Macaulay Culkins and what was it all about? Is he not like us? We got to have that conversation. Because that's a lot of good music to be thrown away. But I'll throw it away if these rumors are true. I don't know what to say about it, man. I don't want to believe the rumors are true. Not about MJ. Because we all he had a crazy ride, I'll say that much. And he went through it. He made it through it. And I know it wasn't easy being Michael Jackson. Couldn't have been. Couldn't have been. Especially with his talent. And when he grew, his talent grew. But as he grew and his talent grew, the world also changed. It got to a point to where real black entertainers wasn't getting no respect from their people like they used to, because people want to listen to NWA. People want to listen to the Dog Pound. People want to listen to Jay-Z. So the Michael Jacksons of the world, if they hang on to their core black audience, or even prioritize the core black audience, they gonna look at them like they silly because they not with the new flavor. Unless he was gonna go gangster with it. He stopped singing. He would have been like Lil Wayne or some shit. He stopped singing altogether and get arrested a bunch of times and come back on the gangster tip. Like, you motherfucker don't know who you fucking with today. You know you don't want to get in my face. He be sassy and gangster with it, with tattoos all over his body. They figure, hell, we need to appeal to the east, the west, across. He definitely looked like he appealed to the east right here. They be like, oh, Michael-san. They buy that man album right out the damn Radio Shack. They got you get that shit out the bingo machine. You go to the machine, you put a quarter in that shit say Hard a Brick Hotel. It play random Michael Jackson clips in Tokyo. They just be standing there smiling. You put another quarter in that bitch. Like, you've been hit by a smooth criminal. Like, yeah, put another quarter. Like, I wonder what it'll say next. Like, remember the time when we were in love? Do you remember the time when we first met, girl? Oh, that was a good one. Long one. No diddy. Okay, we gonna quit talking about that. Yo, shout out to my people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, in between, it don't matter. God damn. Did Bubbles tell him to do this? Like, I am your family, Bubbles. Don't say that. I'm your father. You don't believe it because I look like this, Bubbles. Like, no. Michael come home looking like this, Bubbles be jumping up and down. Like I told you, I'm your pop-pop. Yo, rest in peace to Michael Jackson. That's cold blooded. Why y'all letting me do this shit? Y'all supposed to be on call damn by now, man. I wouldn't be talking about this man if y'all would have called there by now. God damn. Can't be disrespecting no legends. I take it all back. I'ma edit the whole video. I'ma take it all back. All that shit. This gonna be your only time hearing and seeing this. Cause tomorrow it's gonna be gone. Got me talking about that man like that, boy. What about Jen? Hold on, y'all. So there, hey, I only laugh like that when I see y'all laughing emojis in the comments section. So I ain't breaking character. I'm not goofy and I ain't lame, but you know, I break character when I see y'all with them smiley faces. Cause I'll be wondering what y'all laughing at. And I can only guess what y'all probably laughing at. Hot ass Stanley Cup, boy. That Stanley helping me get through the winter, you heard? Helping me get through the winter time. Got a hot ass drink on deck 24/7. Like, yeah. Got me feeling like Santa Claus about this bitch. Like, ho ho ho's. And don't even say the Merry Christmas. They be looking at you like they want to fight. You see a group of women coming out the store, like, ho ho ho's. Like, excuse me, motherfucker. I know you ain't talking to me and my auntie and my mama. No, I'm trying to wish y'all a Merry Christmas, baby. They get out the car, they trying to go into Marshall's Christmas shopping. Ho, ho, ho's. Like, did that man just disrespect us? Like, excuse me, sir. Like, I'm trying to wish you a Merry Christmas, baby. Damn, that drink hot. I love it. I'm gonna make me another one before I go to sleep. I'll be rubbing my feet together with that Stanley Cup. Got me feeling good. Hell yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. It feel like a pimp cup. You know what I'm saying? But that's Negro, you know that. Okay, ain't nobody calling. How long I been on here? Okay, it's time to back on out this thing. No Diddy. Oh, we got all these people here. Ain't nobody calling. It is. Y'all must be tired. I know it's late. I forgive you. All right, now I got to figure out a way to bring this video to a close, everybody. Since y'all ain't participating in nothing. But I love y'all to death, man. That's the crazy part about it. I love the chat. And when I say I love the chat, whew, it's a lot to love in this chat. I'm just saying. Simply alert. Tendonism. Hummingbird. Tendonism. In the building, man. I ain't going nowhere. Tough woman. Tough-fanism. Not tendonism. But that's all right. We got D Nice in the house. Y'all already know what it is. You ain't never seen this many dimes. They the dimes of the week. Miss T-Nee. Y'all don't know who that is. But she bad. Since to us, only supermodels listen to DOCZ daily. Get it through your head, man. You ain't never seen this many Naomi Campbells. We got it all, man. I'm talking about beauty and class at the same time. I ain't talking about no hoochies, no booty boppers or nothing like that. I ain't talking about no booty boppers. I'm talking about classy, quality. Hello, hello, hello. Who this is?
This is Q.
Q is in the house, y'all. Man, we're pleased. We're delighted that you called in. What's on your mind?
You know, not much. My my favorite cousin, shout out to her. She told me to call. She said, I got a lot to say. I should tell you.
Hey, in all due respects to your favorite cousin, I want to say, if she listening out there, I want to say thank you for telling your cousin, spreading the word, and advising her that she could call. And now that she on the phone, we about to make it epic. I'm going to sit back, and whatever it is you feel like you got to say, the floor is all yours.
So, earlier you was talking about Bubbles, the monkey, right? The it's gonna come around in a full circle. Just hear what I gotta say. We're talking about Bubbles the monkey. Remember when the Trump emails came out and they was talking about how he was blowing Bubba? What if? Hear me out. Michael Jackson and Bubba was a thing. And remember how big Michael Jackson was when it came to Sony? What if he named the monkey after Bubbles, or named Bubba after Bubbles, and had a correlation, and he was treating Bill Clinton like Bubba, or like Bubbles? Sorry, I'm getting a little excited.
Did y'all rehearse this together? Because if y'all did, no, I'm saying, because I got contacts like people at Tubi and stuff. Because if y'all over there rehearsing and stuff, this theory can make it to the box office.
Are you trolling me, or are you being serious?
No, we got connects, man. Like, did y'all really improvise? Was y'all over there putting this together?
Nah, this is all me off the dome. Like, when you see things put together in a clear, concise, cinematic format.
Yeah, that's why we ain't got to cut your cousin in. I mean, it ain't like she helped you come up with these thoughts. We can just go 50-50 ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Because your theory, your concept, the way you put it together, bubbles and stuff. What if he was getting that top and he couldn't say the name out right? And he bubble, but they got him on audio tape thinking they was talking about some nigga named Bubble. But he was really talking about Bubbles. Michael.
No, Michael Jackson was talking about Bill Clinton, because you got to remember how big Michael Jackson was, with people having the conspiracies that, Sony took him out.
Oh, you serious about this shit? I thought you was playing. My bad.
But I'm being for real. It's bigger than the music, and when Michael Jackson was bigger than the music. He owned a lot of people.
Damn, I was hoping you was joking. But yeah.
I am kind of joking, but at the same time, I'm being serious. When you think about it, why are they exposing Michael Jackson to these Epstein files and Bill Clinton in these Epstein files? That means there's something more than they're telling us.
People, now I understand why the Bible was such a vital thing and such an important thing, because we had a point to where people could believe whatever the fuck they want to believe, man. And take it. The Bible give people a construct of what, belief is. Give you a tool, a guide of what belief is and the harms and dangers of beliefs. But now, without that in place, people feel like people be all over the place with it.
I don't play about God. So when it comes to God and the Bible, I don't play about that. I definitely am separated too. I'm not saying I believe in anything, but when it comes to conspiracies and you have free thinking, it's good to think outside the box.
But when do you pull the plug? When do you pull the plug on the theory? Before how far down the rabbit hole are you willing to go before you say, okay, that's enough?
I don't go down the rabbit hole at all. I just surface think. If I want to go down the rabbit hole, I would choose to. But because God is so much in my heart, I don't need to, because I don't let it consume me, if you get what I'm saying.
So you can see through it like glass.
Absolutely.
Deception is a hell of a thing. People, it's all about what you consume and what your frequency is on, and that's what basically leads a person's life. And You can't change the past, but you can have plans for a better future. And what they putting out there with all these different conversations is just more voices in your head. You know what I'm saying? You hearing all this
Absolutely.
noise. It's noise. That's all it is just creating more noise, more static to keep you from really thinking about what you should be really thinking about, you know?
They're highly distracting you so you don't understand what's really going on at play. It's all game. It's all street, street, you know what I'm saying? Street rules in the government. I mean, they play it the same way as they try to hide from us and teach us and put us in jail for it. But at the same time, if you believe in God, you can see through things like glass because He put things in front of you to understand what's for you and what's not for you. And so when you have a lot of these distractions put into place, like Epstein files, these little shows, K-pop Demon Hunters for kids, and all these little other things put into place to get you from all the other extra ergonomic things they're put in front of us, like Charlie Kirk's death and all that. If you get consumed in it, then you're lost. You lose money, your bills ain't paid, things of that nature. But when we're talking strictly on Epstein files, the only reason why people are drawn to it is
Well,
because of the president. But when you
yeah.
think about it this way, it's a catch 22 because they thought the president was going to be exposed, but it's really his main candidate, which is
Well,
Hillary.
well, think about it like this, y'all. Out of all of the people out there doing bad, I'm talking about ain't figured it out, dude. They in a horrible situation, financially screwed. For all the people out there that got laid off, doing bad, horrible, living a horrible life, a miserable existence. When they hear a story about a billionaire, that a guy that had it all, and his billionaire friends, other people, multi-millionaires, billionaires, all participated in some old fuckery, and now they're about to lose their legacies, their money, their estates, the governments are coming, and you like, shit, I'm doing bad, but I ain't doing that bad. So it pacifies people. It gives people a perspective of their life to make them feel like it ain't that bad. Even if I did have $1 billion, those people they're fuck ups too. So you can't win for losing. That's great news for a motherfucker doing bad.
I completely agree. You know how maybe 5, 10, maybe 15 years ago, the beginning of woke culture came out?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now it's conspiracy culture's turn. For all the
Great point.
things that, they hid and we can create and how easy it is to find information, and now they're pushing AI to confuse us with misinformation. It's it's deeper. Conspiracy culture. Right when we get close, the man comes and takes us down.
Well, I think it's all about how much can the human brain consume. I think that's what they really want to know. How much consumption can the mind take before and what effects does that have on the mind? Now, we know the effects of smoking cigarettes. At first, people didn't know how bad it would be, but over time, for years of people smoking nicotine or whatever the case, we see the effects, and it's terrible. Same thing with the vapes. Vapes ain't been around that long. People still waiting to see what the exact effects of the vapes are going to be because, it could be more catastrophic than the damn cigarettes. So the point I'm trying to make is I completely lost the point I was trying to make, y'all. I went for the layup and I fucking dropped the ball. God damn, pray for me.
It's
I
okay.
dropped the ball.
Ballers make air balls sometimes
I
too.
made an air ball. It was gonna be epic. I was gonna slam dunk it like Jordan. And fuck that, man.
See, if I was, if it were me on the other side, I would think that you forgot to wear your foil helmet because the man's getting to you. If they turning off your frequencies, you
My
can't
helmet.
relate.
Yeah, because I was going somewhere and they said, yeah, they turned my frequency all the way down. Dog. They turned me into a caveman.
But you joke, but there is people out there that have caveman tendencies.
Yeah, they go, they
Conspiracy.
all in the strip club. That's where they at. They in the strip
And
club.
I
A
don't
strip club
necessarily
is a
think they're in
damn
the strip.
cave. A strip club is a damn cave. You got a chick, dude's throwing shit, and she up there wiggling her cheeks for the money. And that's the oldest profession. I can imagine them doing some shit like that in the Stone Age. Like, ooh, booga, 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 get booga, booga on stage. Booga, booga, get up there and get the shake of that hairy ass. And them apes, they throwing bananas at her. Talking, "Hoo, boo, 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 hoo, boo, 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 hoo, boo, boo, boo." I could see that. It's the world's oldest
Nah,
profession.
nah, I don't think the strip club is the cave. I think TikTok's the cave.
Yeah, all of it is, man. My brain can't consume all of that shit, man. I can consume enough, but those apps be trying to push you to the limit. You see one video, then you're like, oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, I don't like that. And then you start to feel like your opinion matter. Like you in control of the shit.
Your opinion does matter.
It don't. It don't.
Why not?
Because they're fucking with your brain, man. They figuring out your likes, your don'ts. Them dopamines popping in your head every time you see them hearts. When you see that thumb, it feel like you just graduated from fucking college. People feel like they're accomplishing shit just by being on social media. Everybody's an overachiever on social media, and if you do it right, you could be a damn movie star on social media.
A to-be star.
Yeah. You can have your own
Not a
little
movie
thing
star.
going on. Yep. Everybody, they on there trying to figure out how to get laid. That's all what they all doing.
Well, that's the new form of strip club. The broad and reach of talking to everybody. But don't get distracted, my brother. Just
You
like
know,
Dr. Umar said, keep your eyes on the prize.
do you feel like Michael Jackson was funny with them boys or whatever?
To be honest, when you play in the devil's playground, you do things that you don't see every day. So I can't say whether he did or didn't, but there's always grapevine conversations. So if it came out in some way, shape, or form, there was some way, shape, or form that partial of it might be true.
Well, who was playing with Michael Jackson? You know what I'm saying? You see him, when I see him with Barry Gordy, and he was the young star on his roster when Michael was a little boy, and he was singing "Oh boo 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 boo." And I ain't saying Barry Gordy was a freak or nothing like that. I highly doubt that. But we don't know who was. It could have been somebody at Motown
I think it was Clive.
that got Mike
I think
when
it
he
was.
was a kid.
I personally think it was Clive or some. They use the word handlers now, but somebody that was. When I say this, I mean no disrespect, but just like Catholic priests, they always whisper in little boys' ears, and now they're booty warriors for little boys. I think he had a handler that made him feel special, something that his daddy didn't give him because his daddy was beating the hell out of him. We all know that to be true. And made him feel comfortable and made him talk. And then his brothers, was like, hey, what's going on with Mike? They making him feel like he's better than us.
What if it was the dad?
I had a feeling it was the dad at one point in time in my life, but I feel like more of the boy, very similar to like the Menendez brothers. I feel like more than one boy would have been affected, but maybe they were.
What
They
if
were outshadowed by Mike.
Michael was the favorite? You should remember the movie. He be chasing Michael all through the house, like, "Come here, boy."
He's like, Ryan.
He chased Michael under the bed. He said, "You're a rabbit." He ran like a rabbit. I can't catch that little motherfucker, man.
And there was a reason why he running. The
Michael
other
had
boys
a.
was getting.
Hey, I was thinking about this the other day. When people don't get the love and affection that they should get from their mother or their siblings and shit, they start to have imaginary friends, or they'll make friends with an animal or something like that. And I don't think people realize how frequently they do that. People will latch on to something and give it purpose. A teddy bear, some motherfucker have it. Have you ever came across people that had teddy bears for like 20, 30 years?
I've never been in a psych ward.
They will never let go of that teddy bear, man, because it means something to them. The point. What do you mean you never been inside? How we know? Who said anything about a psych ward? You probably at the psych ward calling in. You and your
I
roommate
don't know.
at the psych ward called in, and y'all in the hallway sneaking. That's why you been whispering the whole time you on the damn phone.
My family sleep. I'm just
In
being.
that damn psych
I just
ward.
about it.
That's where you at, under that damn desk.
But I don't got no imaginary friends.
I'm just saying, Michael Jackson, his friend was a rat when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, his little friend Ben, he made a song about it. They was calling him Dusty in the 60s because he was playing with rats and
When you're one of many siblings, you try to like have something of your own. Imagine having more than 7, 8 siblings, and you live in a 2-bedroom apartment, stacked
man.
all on top of each other. You want something that belongs to you. You don't want to
What
share
the
with everybody.
what the fuck you got to talk about with a rat?
Have you seen the movie Ratatouille?
He'd be like, hey, Ben, how's it been? You been with your friends? Okay, that's cool. I got some cheese. Oh, you like cheese? What do you do down there? Like, can I be down? Like, one day. He probably go to
Right. They
sleep
make
at night. He probably go to sleep at night dreaming like, man, one day I hope I could be able to run the streets with Ben. He probably did.
he was teaching Mike how to run away because look, he got attached to the rat and he was running under the bed, tied from his daddy. He was better than the rest of his brothers, so he gained
That rat
strength.
made him fast.
See, he taught him how to go under, bend, and have shape.
So that
He was
mean
limber.
Michael was destined to be a rat.
I mean, look at him now.
That's why
Now look,
the streets didn't fuck with him like that. Like, yo,
he's
we heard about that
telling.
Ratatouille ass nigga, man. His music cool, but he ain't doing no street beef over here, man.
Pictures say 1,000 words, my brother.
Where you from?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Cause you talking to me like you. Let me show the world who you talking to me like you. What's her name? Let me show y'all, man. Oh, I gotta get her name. And there we go. This how she acting, y'all. She acting just
If you,
like this.
I'm
This
gonna
how
cry if I think
she
you
talking to me.
if you put it like
This how she acting. She like, whatever, my brother. Like,
No, I
yes,
said
like,
brother, like Dr.
whatever, my
Umar.
brother. She on that half and half, y'all. I know it.
And I ain't no half. I'm full, 100.
Oh,
Ain't no half in my blood.
it is what it is. My sister.
No, sister, my brother.
You know, it sounds like you making fun of black people. And I got a whole
Why would I
channel.
make fun of my people? I am never gonna make fun of my people. I want my people to rise above.
You sound like when you get around white people, you be super proper with it.
Nah, I don't code switch. They give
I
me
do.
100. I'm Marshawn Lynch with it.
I code switch faster than a motherfucker.
So
I'm
how
like,
you
hey
gonna
nigga,
talk about me?
get my motherfucking money. Excuse me, ma'am, how are you?
Huh?
Switch it up real
Hey,
good for the white folks.
I ain't scared of no white folks. They beneath me.
You know, it's about you know, what's proper. You know, in the black culture, proper shit is a lot of slack shit be considered proper. But in they communities, at least when I don't know what they do behind closed doors. Don't get it twisted. I don't know what happened behind the walls of them houses and shit. But for the most part, when they get together and congregate in public places, it's peaceful and it's appropriate for the most part. That's all
Why?
we fail to do.
Why would I code switch for people that play with possessed dolls and travel across the country? Something's not right with them. They need to adapt to us. We're the majority.
See,
In
that's why
plain
people
sight.
be getting kicked off of planes and shit, be fighting, titties be all flying out and stuff in the airport.
That's
That's
because the
why.
white people be starting it and they be showing their barbaric ways, and we gotta defend ourselves. Just because we defending ourselves, now we're the
No, you
problem.
just gotta act right. That's all you really gotta do. If you can act right, then a lot of times you ain't gonna get into no problems, man. People, people just don't know how to act. It's a time and place. You ain't always gotta nuck if you buck.
I never said make a few bucks. My favorite videos to watch right now is homies who's going around touching their hair like, oh, can I touch your hair? Where'd you get that from? That guy is hilarious to me. And they're all like, oh, don't touch me. But you don't know how it feels when you do it to us. Oh, so
Fe-
now you got a problem with it.
Fellas, how y'all feel about Rachel True? Let me know what y'all think about this. When she was young. I know these are old photos and stuff, but what do y'all feel about the profile, fellas and ladies too? I would love to know how y'all feel about the profile. You know, it's just for conversation purposes. But that's Negro here, no there. Man, you've been talking some real talk tonight, and I know you ready for this new year, but how do you feel about the holidays? How you feeling about the New Year's? Is there something significant about this Christmas to you? You know how they have Christmas stories, and it's like this time of year is the time to do something that you wouldn't usually do for the sake of Christmas and the people you love and all that type of shit. Are you having that type of Christmas experience?
Today, I am not. I feel like the stores aren't as crowded, which is a good thing. I feel like because cancel culture is canceling all the stores and stuff, it's kind of taken away from family. Not saying that your family is based off of what you buy, but like you feel the rush to do something for other people. Like you want to buy them toys, you want to, cook a nice meal. I feel like that's starting to kind of deplete a little bit, and you can't really put it into a Hallmark movie anymore. It's all commercials like Amazon and what can you do online based off of Black Friday deals that aren't really deals. Like people aren't really going out and going ice skating and going, just doing stuff. It's all online. And I feel like online presence is taken away from a lot of just like in-person presence. And when it comes to the kids, like they don't really know what it's like to have white Christmas and go outside and see friends and do stuff. They're all inside playing games and streaming and doing pranks and stuff that's not really real. I don't feel it. But I
Well,
only got a kid, a
you
toddler,
know,
so
in order to have a story go well, there has to be a hero in the story. And unfortunately, since, we're not a father driven society or culture, we're not a male, I ain't gonna say dominant, but I'll say male relevant society. So where males usually, are not the authoritative figures in our families. And what do you do when you have a bunch of girls or you got a bunch of aunties and shit? There will be hierarchies, and 9 times out of 10, the males don't, rank in the hierarchies of our own families. So just imagine what it's like in society. You know what I'm saying?
but I feel like as a man yourself, it's better to kind of teach other men like, hey, it is okay to take that out of our mindset and be present and be fathers and be uncles and be cousins to the younger generation because it all starts somewhere. So even though it's not male present
It
today,
takes
we could start
money.
tomorrow.
It takes
Not
money,
necessarily.
fellas. It does, fellas. It takes money, and a lot of it, And I'm talking about legit though. I'm talking about using your brain, being creative. It ain't always got to be what you seeing on social media. There's, you gotta, if you really want to be the man in a situation or a real king in the situation, you're gonna have to put yourself in a position to live. But let me take that all back, because you can have money and not be a decent person. There's a lot of dusties that got a whole lot of money. If you're not decent and you got money, you're gonna be more indecent by the time all your money is gone. You know?
If the world were to end today, meaning not like get blown up, but if money did not exist and a catastrophic event happened, would you be able to provide for your family? Meaning hunt, build, support? Many people will say no. But that does
Right.
not cost money. You can literally teach natural instincts to be able to prepare for things of that nature. That's what builds a man, not paying for the next game for your kid or paying for basketball lessons. No, you can get out on the street and teach them yourself.
That's where country people have the advantage, you know, because when you living in the city, what you gonna be hunting? Crackheads? Ain't no deers in the projects, you know what I'm saying? So for
The
people that,
raccoons.
yeah, people that live in those environments that live far, they learn how to shoot. You ain't about to be doing no target practice in nobody's neighborhood in the city. Unless you're really trying to shoot at somebody or you go to a gun range or something like that. So, you know, country people definitely have the advantage when it comes to masculinity and femininity.
I hear you, but I don't agree with you. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. I feel
Imagine
like anywhere you can learn.
imagine growing up in the country and you know you a beautiful lady and all that, you curvy and all that, and every now and then when you go to the saloon somebody might try to hit on you, and you go home and tell Ma and Pa that George at the bar said I had on a nice dress, and they, you know, get concerned and all that shit, compared to a person coming up in the city where everywhere they go people saying something or looking or stare. They get so used to people being up their butt, they don't even care no more. They just walk around, cheeks flapping out in the public like, whatever, who cares? In the Bronx somewhere. I've seen it, man. In the city, people don't give a fuck about none of that. They just out there.
Because they're so used to what other people think of them. If they're keeping up with the Joneses, no matter what they say, mentally they're always keeping up with the Joneses. But you can always separate to elevate. So it don't matter. As a man, men should be able to have natural instincts to be able to teach and lead. If the world were to end, what would they do? And that's how they should manage their families and their lives. Period.
I love your
In my
conversation. Your conversations is like mocha, chocolate, caramel, truffles maybe, no whipped cream, heavy coffee. It's a dark coffee, and it's a nice blend, man. Your conversation is actually excellent. It's refreshing. I'm over here. I'm loving it. I know they loving it. We just enjoying your conversation.
Thank you. Thank you. But unfortunately, I do live in the country, so I am going to have to get off the phone and go to bed.
After I praised you with all that juice, all that justice, all that love and praise. See, that's how it is, man. When you praise a motherfucker, they gonna think you saw. As soon as you
Well, I
get
was
done
going to say thank
praising,
you.
they,
I was going to say thank you.
no, that ain't right. You talked to me until I gave her praise. She was all the way. For you fellas out there, don't be praising on these women, man. Because when you do that, you become a lame to these women, man. Don't be doing
I
all that
never said
praising.
that. I
Don't be
never
doing
said
all
that.
that praising. And you know what? I want to thank you for your phone call. And since I live in the country as well, I think it's only right that I get off the phone before you. How about that? And the next time I go live, you can call back from the country because I got to get off the phone now, okay? All right, well, we love you. All right, now, take care.
Can I say
Goodbye.
one more thing? One more thing?
I'm in the country. In the country. Ooh, that was messed up. I apologize. That wasn't right. That was not. Y'all gassed me up. I was gassed up off the chat. I didn't even ask her name. I apologize to you, sister. Feeling myself done played myself. I don't like it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I see y'all in the chat, all y'all. Pac-Man in the chat too. Your wake-up call here. The point of first contact. Got an Elion in the chat. Sammy. Ruthless is here. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and break this thing down real quick before it get too late. Praise God, everybody. Praise God. God is good. Keep that in mind on your day-to-day. God is good. Let that be your theme. Take that into 2026 with you. For no reason, just say God is good. Especially if you got a pot-bellied player, you missing out on your blessing, your calling. You got that pot belly so you could call out on the name of the Lord with all them baked beans in your throat. Next time you bite into a double cheeseburger, say, God is good. Yep, right before you burp off of that ginger ale, say, God is good. Ugh. Do it like that. We still here, baby. I ain't going nowhere. Do it make y'all feel uncomfortable when I say baby? Y'all think I be over here sashaying when I be saying it, but I promise y'all I don't be doing nothing zesty. And I strictly be talking to the ladies, so it ain't nothing weird about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to see that some of the ladies is not really ladies, even though they got lady names. And that's cool. I mean, no discrimination or nothing. I just got to be careful before I call you baby. And then I got to explain myself to the tabloids, man. Somebody said right before you sip that tea, praise him. Praise God. God is good. And that's a fact. You got to start doing old people shit when you reach a certain age, because that's the only way you going to make it. Got to start humming and shit. Rubbing your kneecaps. And if you ain't rubbing your kneecaps, you ain't living right. But that's Negro here, no there. Hey, we about to talk about Michael Jackson for a little bit. Y'all ready? Because this is tripping me out. Y'all listening? Let me get this together. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's go.
Continue to bring you some of these big top headlines that we are following for you. And one of them, the vault is open for more of the Epstein files to come out. This is what we are learning from the Department of Justice, putting out another really trove of files that are continuing to come out. The AP and Fox News continuing to look at those names, as well as photos that are coming out. The White House, Abigail Jackson from the White House saying, per the Epstein Files Transparency Act, DOJ was specifically instructed only to redact the faces of victims and or minors. Here is a picture of Bill Clinton with his arm around Michael Jackson, and redacted individuals. And so that is some of the early thinking right now of these files that are being released, photos and some redactions along the way as well. Some more than 1,200 victims with powerful figures, and the files include new photos of former President Bill Clinton and Epstein on the island. So now for more on this, to talk about the way that these files are being released and so much more, let's bring in our next guest to help break it all down. John Day, attorney and legal analyst. Great to have you on.
Out of all them people on that list, why they want to put the heat on Bill Clinton? Why they want to put so much fire on him? Is it because of Monica Lewinsky? Is that why they feel like he an easy target? Like, if anybody drop, it got to be Bill first. Like, you know, Mr. Getting some head, he's going to have to take the hit if it all goes to shit. He probably wondering why they not talking about Diddy. Like, I'll give you $1 million to run stories about Diddy. Like, wait a minute. It's looking like it's finally about to get to the bottom of this. They going for the big bosses. They got motherfucking Goro out the way. And Shang Tsung, they climbing the ladder. Now they got to deal with Shao Kahn or whatever the case is. That's what they dealing with. They taking down. Hey, when you think about it, all they're doing is taking down the entertainment industry. That's all they're doing. It's imploding. It's imploding from the inside out. You got names like Michael Jackson. These are small fries. He already dead. Rest in peace. Epstein, it's the people that's living. They scared to move out here, man. You can get in trouble for any fucking thing, man. I think they want to do without the entertainment industry. Because everybody in the entertainment industry was there. And it's like, damn, when you lose the trust of the public, when they expose the group of people, of elitists, that mean they don't want nothing to do with them no more. Or their craft or anything they have to offer society. They've been cut off of the branch. Everybody's selling their masters. You got AI songs, #1 on the charts. AI songs, #1 on the charts. What good is a celebrity when you can do an AI video of anybody doing any fucking thing? But what do I know? Everything you heard in this video is alleged allegations, speculations for entertainment purposes. It sounds like something, it might be right, but it's an allegation and a speculation, meaning that, I don't know, probably, maybe, it could be allegation, speculation. And for the people that take everything they hear for facts, that's why they're able to run laps over the general public. They could easily throw something out there, a frisbee out there, because they know you're going to catch it, regardless of what it is. It could be some foolishness. And then you'll be surprised at the numbers of people that catch on, or feel touched, or feel away, or have a response, a reaction to some complete bullshit. We're like computer dogs. We just sit, be waiting for them to throw some news in our mouth. Be growling when ain't shit, when it ain't no news coming across the screen. Like Michael Jackson. The shit that catch your attention the most, that's what really gets you to barking. Yeah, computer dogs. You growling all day, you scrolling all day growling till you see something to make you feel a way about some shit. Look at this, man. Let me show y'all what time it is, especially in the black space. Shout out to TMZ. If it wasn't for a TMZ or a media takeout or something like that, what I do here would probably be somewhat difficult, especially over the years, man. It give you an insight. And I understand that times are changing in the TMZs of the world. We had DOCZ, remember? We had The Source. And TMZ kind of fill that void for all of that on different, they do an amazing job at TMZ. They keep it interesting for the most part under the hip hop tab. Look, Tekashi 6ix9ine, home invasion, suspect arrested. Yeah, somebody's going to jail. 6ix9ine gonna snitch. We all know what's about to happen. Snitch gonna drop a hard dime. Probably already did it. I don't drop dimes, nigga. I drop dollars. I drop $100 bill on your mother, man. Uh-oh. Look like he got meth in his eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if Tekashi don't smoke a little something. He ain't got no business smoking. He government. This motherfucker, he government and been government since day one, man. But what choice do he have when you become famous in the hip-hop culture? You better get with some hip-hop police because they're gonna be the only ones to probably prevent some shit from happening to your ass. Tom Brady, I feel like my life ain't mine. Makes bizarre song choice and new selfies after Giselle ties not. He said, I feel like my life is not mine's. Damn. That's fucked up. That somebody got some type of control over that man. He trying to fight it. Hey, don't even get me started on that guy. T.I. laughs cheaper than therapy. So I made a comedy special. Okay, so T.I. is doing the stand-up circuit. He said, fuck rap. He said, that shit booty. Like, here I go again. T.I. rolling in the Benz. Something with my friends. His kids got to be like, Dad, you still rapping? I don't want to rap no more. Grown ass man. So I just want to go. I just want to go fishing. He want to be a comedian so he can get around and living a normal life without that gunplay. When them YNs pull up on him, he ain't got to pull out no choppers. His old ass pull out a chopper talking about, you know what it is. He fuck around and drop the chopper. Like, what the fuck, man? And show these niggas, I still a gangster. That life got old real quick. Nigga pull up on him at the light talking about, T.I., let me hold some, let me get a bird. With that Gucci and Shawty Low playing in the background. Who the fuck? I don't know who that is. Did y'all see Jake Paul get knocked the fuck out? It's about time. He deserved it. Drake's Decent and Grace inevitable, but look out for J-Rock and damn man, some goofy ass kids out there that really care about what's going on with Drake. What they said, the internet is still buzzing about whether or not Drake and Kendrick's iconic rap battle hurt the culture overall, but Top Dog Entertainment president, man, that make me so sick when they be talking about the culture. Who culture? What culture? It ain't my motherfucking culture. And if it is, we all some damn fools. From the front to the back of the crowd. Who culture? What culture? Whoa, man. They need to just stick to music. They act like they fucking leaders of the community or some bullshit. They better sit their ass down. Somebody need to tell them to quit playing with themselves. Nigga said the cult. Maybe I'm tripping. The internet is still buzzing about whether or not Drake and Kendrick Lamar's iconic rap battle hurt the culture overall, but Top Dog Entertainment, man, it can't be a black person writing this shit. Ain't no way. Who wrote this? Somebody playing. It probably was some chick named Lily in her cubicle putting this whole bullshit together. Like, great job, Lily. Great job. Like, the internet's still buzzing about whether or not Drake and Kendrick Lamar's iconic rap battle hurt the culture overall, but Top Dog Entertainment president Terrence Punch Henderson is simply chalking it up to the circle of hip-hop life. Top Dog Entertainment president addressed the state of rap with TMZ Hip Hop at his label's 12th annual Christmas charity concert that boosted big names such as Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg. Somebody fresh out of college with a bubbling career. I ain't mad. Put them blogs together. Do about 10 of them bitches a day. Like, it was top tier, excellent, A class. We want to give you a promotion. Your blog's been doing well. I've seen them talking about it on Docs Daily. You spelled everything right. You spelled Ebro wrong, but that's okay. We want to give you a promotion. That's how that go. Been blogging for 5 years, putting shit together, smashing it together like Smam, smashing the blogs together before you know it, I was top CEO of my own company. Bootleg Kev, Billboard hung themselves, losing YouTube, grasping that relevance. Come on, man. What they talking about? Hung themselves losing the. I don't know. What are you talking about? Tory Lanez plotting new label. No beef with Megan. But I'm innocent. So he working on a record label in jail. Beat a bitch. Whoop that trick records. Like, shoot those feet. Shoot them. Shoot those feet. Shoot them. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday. Charlemagne the God. This Smart Hawk re-ups with iHeart for two. They put the Hawk with the man. They don't look at their faces. It's disrespectful to the culture, man. They turn him into the Incredible Hulk with the money. And got just why they got Just Hilarious looking all stank. They got her smiling all hard. Like, this is the one everyone likes. Envy got a little Santa Claus, Elton John slash again Lawrence Fishburne smirk. Just Hilarious got bullet wounds and stuff all on her chest, man. She make they show look bad. They need to she make they show look. It ain't no top tier. It's ghetto. That's what it is. The Breakfast Club is ghetto. That's what they did. They need to be on BET with this shit. And I want a job. And if I ever seen Just Hilarious, I would definitely go for a hug. Like, wait a minute, bum ass, punk ass. She might put me in the headlock in the elevator. Like, you was talking shit, pussy. I can see it in your face, yes, you puss. Like, god damn, you got it, man, you got it. Like, Jess, I'm praying for you. While she talking that shit, I keep saying, I'm gonna pray for you, baby. I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you, Jess. I'm gonna pray for you, Jess. I'm gonna pray. Like, yeah, puss ass, yeah. Before you know it, her and her homegirls, A-Town stomping your ass in the men's bathroom. Charlemagne the God is here to stay. The Breakfast Club. People like, oh, man. And iHeart, despite haters' reports, the Radio Kazaa just signed a new $200 million deal. Oh, we got to talk about that. Charlemagne the God. What did he do when he went in that room for that money? Did he cross his legs when they had the meeting? Was he smelling like sweet perfume when they worked out the deal? Did he bring Shay Shay? Did he bring Shannon Sharp for backup in case they had to do extra diamonds? He show up with Terry Crews and Shannon Sharp with their shirts off. Like, we're here to do a deal. And, Terry Crews trembling while he's signing the deal. And when you think that ain't freaky enough, as soon as he signed the deal, that's when Lil Nas X jump out the birthday cake. Because they gave him $200 million. I need to get up there with them, man. He like the Michael Jordan of radio for black people. He broke the mold. It's going to be a lot of goofies trying to get in the radio after they seen this $200 million deal. Their girlfriend send them a link. Like, what? For being on the radio? $200 million, man. Give somebody, hand me my microphone. It's too many big fat daddies on YouTube trying to be content creators. It's only room for one big fat daddy. And I ain't even big and fat, baby. Y'all still there? I'm so glad y'all. I'm so glad y'all in the building, man. I ain't talking about Michael Jackson in like 15 minutes. I need to be asleep. It's Christmas, everybody. Oh, man. I want to say rest in peace to the people that didn't make it to this point in the year. The people we had to leave behind. I want to say rest in peace to y'all, man. And for everybody that's still here, man, be excited. Even if you don't if you're not gassed up about Christmas, be excited for the fact that you made it to this portion of 2025. Survived the pandemic, you don't survived all that shit. Y2K, remember that? 9/11 done came. We don't, experience some things in these modern times. So get excited, man. I got me some stuff for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And I want to share something that I got for myself. I don't know what else I got because I ain't opened no presents or nothing, but this is what I got. Let me show y'all. Yeah, let me get it up here for y'all real quick, because this is the end of the video. I mean, we ain't get no calls or nothing, which is fine, because I just like spending time with y'all. So I got me one of these, y'all. It's a digital notebook, but it's just a paper that you can erase the ink. You know what I'm saying? So you can use it over and over. You can take a picture of it and then save it to the app, and you could reuse it as much as you like. And I think this is therapeutic, because you might, write something to express yourself, but you don't really want nobody to see it. You plan on erasing it. You can express yourself real quick and don't have to worry about somebody finding your notes, or you can get real personal with the shit. Or whatever you're trying to do, you use your imagination. Write a song, write a script, do a sketch, and you can erase it and use it again, man. Instead of having all that paper. Feel me? But that's Negro in there. And I would recommend this as a gift for people out there that take notes. If you know someone that take notes, or whatever the case, get on one of these, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's a good present. Somebody said I got an iPad. Yeah, but ain't nothing like writing on something, man. The experience is a lot different. It's more personal when you write it on a piece of paper or something. It's more of a connection compared to dealing with a digital device. But that's Negro, there, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. It's incredible. Hey, I would love to know what gifts y'all getting people out there. And I can't speak on it because, maybe somebody I got a gift for is listening. Maybe a family member or somebody listening. So what y'all getting people? What y'all done got somebody for Christmas? What's one of the presents? It's some things I want to mention, but I'm interested in knowing, what did y'all get somebody? But until then, let's wrap up this Michael Jackson news, because I know that's what people came here for. Listen to this.
John, and this comes at a moment where the DOJ had this deadline, and we are getting this trove right now of files coming out.
Right, Mike, thanks for having me. So what we're seeing is apparently not everything. We've got indications from the Department of Justice that there are things that are going to be withheld, at least, or handed out at a later date. Now, the law in this case that was passed by Congress and signed by President Trump required that all the Epstein files be released by midnight tonight, Friday, December 19th. Looks like not everything is going to be released, and the problem with the law, whether it's a problem or not, is it didn't have any teeth. In other words, there wasn't an enforcement mechanism. All it said was release these materials by midnight on December 19th. It didn't say what would happen if that didn't happen. So what we're seeing is a lot of material, some of it obviously brand new, things like a message slip for Epstein that said, "I have a female for you," from 2004. Photographs, we saw photographs of Bill Clinton with Michael Jackson. Apparently there's one of him swimming with Ghislaine Maxwell. So there's a lot of information that's coming out. The problem is, if you are sort of conspiracy-minded or skeptical or cynical, you might be wondering what isn't coming out. It looks like there are a lot of redactions being made. The redactions are only supposed to apply to victims of Epstein and national security situations and ongoing prosecutions. Now, and if you tend towards cynicism or skepticism, you might wonder, is everything about Epstein and his powerful male friends, is that coming out? That remains to be seen.
Yeah, it so does. And maybe explain really the process that the Department of Justice is going through to really put these files out. I mean, not only do they have to look at it, but it looks like they have to scan it all in, and then they have to redact some of the parts that can't be in there. I mean, just how long does it take for each file really to get through the process and then upload it if it can be?
Well, remember, this law was only passed in sort of mid to late November. And so that meant the Department of Justice had, 3 to 4 weeks at the most to examine hundreds of thousands of files. It looks like most of these relate to the investigations and prosecutions of Epstein. But the law requires that the names of the victims, the over 1,000 young female victims, those have to be withheld to protect the victims' identities, which is, everybody would agree, is important, and that's a good thing. So you have to make sure that everything you're releasing, if you're the DOJ, that nothing includes that, as well as if there's any sort of ongoing prosecutions, do these relate in any way to anything that's ongoing? And also, if there's any national security issue that this would implicate, those can also be withheld. But you have to understand, this means that there have to be eyes on hundreds of thousands of documents, photographs, videos, whatever it is in the file. So, and they only had a relatively short time to do this. So, Department of Justice response is we might need some more time. There's no teeth to enforce that. So, at the end of the day, if they need more time, they're going to have more time.
Yeah, and it looks like right now from the AP saying the DOJ acknowledges to Congress that Epstein files release is incomplete, expects additional disclosures by the end of the year. And I want to talk about what you were just saying there, John, about having no teeth in it. So, I mean, pretty much the DOJ said, okay, today's the deadline. We're going to put out some of this stuff, but I mean, there's really no rush to do so, correct?
Well, there's the downside is simply, okay, so they're violating the law, but the law that was passed didn't contain enforcement teeth. So, again, there's the age-old question of if you pass a law that you can't enforce, what do you get at the end of the day? So there's been talk among Democrats in Congress about trying to initiate actions against Attorney General Pam Bondi and Deputy AG Todd Blanche because these materials haven't been released. I mean, that certainly would have some teeth to it, but at the end of the day, that's not contained in the law, and there was nothing in there that said, if you don't release all these, this is what's going to happen to you. So, and again, we're going to see what is there, what's been redacted. It looks like there are numbers of pages where there's nothing but black lines across the documents. Now that, could certainly relate to one of the exceptions, the victims, the prosecutions, or a national security issue. But again, we don't know what we don't know about what's being withheld.
Yeah, that's so true. John?
Whatever, man. Whatever. Michael Jackson was with them kids, and I don't know about him, man. What we gonna find out is I don't know if we gonna be able to handle it, man. I hate to see him back in the news in such a major way. They might be trying to take that $1 billion, what is it, a $2 billion estate that his kids got? They might want to try to get that out of the way. Have a reason to come get that estate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what I'm saying? I need to be asleep. I just took my melatonin. Look at this. Oh my God. It's about time for me to go to sleep. Hold on, wait. Paris Jackson loses round in $2 billion Michael Jackson estate battle. So she trying to get the money. They working against her, so she can't get the money. Paris Jackson's effort to review how her late father Michael Jackson's $2 billion estate is managed hit a setback after a Los Angeles court struck parts of her petition, siding with the estate's executors and leaving her responsible for some legal fees. So damn, she trying to see what's up with the money. Because she trying to get that money. She want to spend that money. She want that money in her bank account right now. She don't care about the Jackson family. She don't care about Tito, Jermaine, Janet. She don't give a fuck about their mama, the 3Ts, uncles, cousins. She ain't trying to put nothing in on no funeral. She want all of Michael Jackson's money in her hand right now. And she willing to fight it out in court. And she ain't considering nothing about this man's legacy. Now they got him in the Epstein file. Oh shit. He gonna have legal fees even though he dead. They might milk through all the money and quote unquote legal fees to fight the Epstein. Michael Jackson estate is getting sued or whatever the case. They seize his estate for his crimes to humanity or some bullshit. Who knows, man? I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comment section, baby. Everything you heard from me is alleged allegations, speculations for entertainment purposes, y'all. Hummingbird, you know what it is, baby. And no disrespect to your man. Yardy in the building. Hummingbird, K. Cartier is there. That's what I'm talking about. CV Wildcat is here too, man. Sammy, I decided to live today. And Miss T-Nee, think she had an attitude earlier. Let me double check that before I get out of here, man, because I don't know what I did to make her mad. But she been real funky and stank on my last couple of live streams. What do you mean I also have a pen? Is that a man? You gonna have to explain yourself with all this stuff. Cause these comments is giving me Diddy vibes. She said I also have a pen. You can write on iPad. Yeah, but you know, when that electricity jump out from that damn pencil and shock your ass while you scribbling all hard, that electricity come flying out that iPad, you gonna be toast. And God said no to everybody hating on me. What the hell is going on? I was getting ready to be like, oh, Sean love the kids. And then you lost me at Chris Sean. What Chris Sean Rock got to do with anything? I'm confused as hell. But thank y'all so much for leaving them comments. Perfect for the creator. I remember that from a long time ago. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Some years ago. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. Thank you for being here. So much love. Point of first contact, Ruthless, all y'all here. That's what it is, man. We about to go ahead back on out this thing, man. So much love for y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Real talk. We gonna be back with Mo Docs Daily. Get ready for Christmas. Get excited about Christmas, y'all. No more long faces. The holidays is here, man. We gonna celebrate. Y'all,